Give us 60 minutes and we'll give you Nelson Radio every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KTLK AM 1150. With 29 years in the mortgage business and an array of top-level guests visiting the show, Nelson is in a unique position to bring you cutting-edge information on real estate, business, finance, and law. If you have any questions for Nelson or any of his guests, give him a call at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Or check him out online at nelsonradio.com.
Nelson Radio.
Welcome back to Nelson's Radio remote broadcast right here on KTLK AM 1150. We're at a Pelican Crest estate known as Via de Pietra, the House of Stone. All imported stonework from various parts. None of it is pre-shaped. It's all handcrafted. It really is an artisan's house, an artist's house. And as I look, let me just share with you as you drive around some of the description of this particular property. Sequestered at the end of a tranquil cul-de-sac on a home site of nearly 1/2 acre, this magnificent palazzo welcomes panoramic views of the ocean, Catalina Island, enchanting city lights, dramatic canyons, and verdant golf course. Every detail given the utmost attention. And that's exactly what this home delivers. I look across it, and it's every bit of that, and has really that privacy appointment that so many custom homes don't have the luxury of. This is a property all to itself where you feel, where you do have that kind of privacy behind you. I want to welcome David Cabot to the program as we announce the grand launch of Berkshire Hathaway HomeService's California properties. And it's with this kind of announcement, really a great handoff, David, as we look at Prudential. It's been in the marketplace, established a cornerstone, one of the top producing firms in the region, yep. And now having the added credentials and the added momentum of Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite an honor, to say the very least, to be the first company in America to be able to roll out with the Berkshire Hathaway name, and the fact that Warren Buffett made the decision to allow the real estate world to start using it. We have a brand name with Berkshire Hathaway that's been around for decades, established itself, integrity, security, stability, long-term, everything that Mr. Buffett invests in, they continue to own. So we're not a company that will be here next year or the year after, maybe something else, or not here at all. We're going to be here for decades. And that's one of the huge advantages of being with Warren Buffett and the Berkshire Hathaway brand.
Let me ask you, from a branding standpoint, you have some of these descriptive words, and I just wanted to drill down on what they mean to you and the examples that you've seen as you've gone through the negotiations, being welcomed into the Berkshire Hathaway family. Comments like integrity.
And we've been around almost 2 decades, and so we're one of the most trusted companies in America. And to be able to align ourselves with Berkshire Hathaway with that kind of integrity, that kind of history, it enhances our image. Not that we didn't have it before, but the Berkshire Hathaway image is so much bigger. The security, the stability, the integrity that Warren Buffett exemplifies every day in everything he does, we get to benefit from that. And we operate like that anyway, but this takes it to a completely different level. It's more recognized under that Berkshire Hathaway name than almost any other name, certainly any other name that's ever been in the real estate environment.
Throughout the coastal communities, the 4 announcements, the 4 grand launches from San Diego, down in that beautiful estate in Del Mar, to this property in Newport Coast, Pelican Crest, and on up to Montecito and then Los Angeles.
Correct.
The coastal communities, I believe, are thirsty for accountability.
Yeah, and primarily we're a luxury company, so we've been along this coastal strip since our very beginning. We started obviously in La Jolla and Rancho Santa Fe, and then we've moved up the coast all the way to Santa Barbara and Montecito, but this is our marketplace. And it's the one I believe will benefit to a great extent from the Berkshire Hathaway name, because our clients in these regions, particularly like Newport Coast, they know that name. They know what it stands for. They know what we stand for. And to have that name joined with what we are and what we've been for all these years is a dramatic step up for all of them. It tells them that we'll be here next year and the year after and 10 years from now. So as they move from this property to another property to another property, we'll continue to be the people that they look to for guidance.
We're with Nelson Radio on K-Talk AM 1150. We're with David Cabot, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeService's California properties. And broadcasting from this estate property. I don't know if just the name estate gives it justice, but it's a beautiful 13,000 plus square foot home that has the kind of appointments that you expect from this kind of a property looking out over the Pacific Ocean. Berkshire Hathaway, when you're dealing with them, there's so much of an international influence along the coastal communities of California. Yes. Highly recognizable name across the world.
Yes. Yeah, well, I think in the most recent Barron's poll, they were the number one most respected company in the world. That says a lot. You know, that's ahead of almost it is ahead of every other company you can think of, but to have that kind of recognition and that kind of respect is dramatic. It took years and years and decades to build that up, and it's not something that you can say you are. It's something you earn by your integrity, your stability, how you operate, what you do, how you treat your clients over a period of time. That's what we get to benefit from. It's quite an honor, quite honestly.
So let's paint the picture. You're now a homeowner that's coming to look at this property. And what comes to mind when you know that it's one of the Berkshire properties?
Well, I honestly hope the first thing that comes to mind is their agent. Because even though we deal in the real estate world, it's really about the interpersonal relationship between our agents, who I believe are the best in the business, and the relationship they develop with the clients over a period of time. They know they have knowledge, they know they understand the market, they know they have the integrity they're looking for, the honesty, the stability, and the depth behind them, which is at Berkshire Hathaway and our whole company. So it gives them an advantage when they want to buy or sell a house. They have not only an individual that's extraordinarily talented and good at what they do, but they have a whole company behind them. So we're not, as you pointed out earlier, we're not a storefront. We're an entire enterprise. There's a whole lot that's behind that provides stability and integrity for not just our agents, but for our clients.
And I think that the consumer, at any level, whether they're purchasing their first home or purchasing in a destination estate like this, coming out of the mortgage meltdown, coming out of the Great Recession, there is a greater layer of nervousness.
Absolutely.
And just having that safeguard mindset. Comment on that in terms of...
Well, you need to know when you're investing either at this level or at an entry level, when you're buying your first house or your second or your third or an extraordinary estate like this, you want to believe and you want to know that what you're doing is worthwhile to do. It is about the American dream. I mean, it is where your kids grow up. It's where you learn to ride a bike. It's how far it is to the movie theater. Yeah. But it's also the biggest investment most of us ever make. Right. So all the emotion aside, you want to know that you have the security of what you're doing and it's going to last, that you're not making a bad decision, either short-term or long-term. And that's where a professional person, particularly under the Berkshire Hathaway banner, can guide you through that process and help you make good decisions.
The grand launch of Berkshire Hathaway HomeService's California properties.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, but I'm getting better at
it.
We're broadcasting from the Via de Pietra estate up at Pelican Crest, a stunning home, and one that I think has a signature of what this caliber of home buyer would be looking for with all of its really artisan appointments. Fabulous home. Check it out. You can go to nelsonradio.com, click through to John McMonigal's listing. You've been listening to David Cabot, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeService's California properties. I'm going to get it straight. Right here on KTLK AM 1150 and Nelson Radio. We'll be right back.
Nelson is a licensed lender under the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 331060.
This is Nelson from Nelson Radio, and it's important that we talk about a very serious issue. We had bad lending practices that led to the mortgage meltdown, but now we've got the challenge of deplorable customer service coming out of the meltdown. Bottom line, getting a new loan can be like pulling teeth without Novocaine. I've got the solution. Academy Mortgage and my team are injecting into the industry real performance and real accountability. Here are the facts. Appraisals in less than a week. Rate guarantees that can improve if the market goes down. Purchase transactions with our market-exclusive close-on-time guarantees and refinance transactions in as little as 30 days. Who would have thunk? Guaranteed rates and guaranteed performance from your mortgage lender. Call me, Nelson, an accountable loan expert for nearly 3 decades, direct at 888-888-2136. That's Nelson at 888-888-2136, 888-888-2136, or at strongcreditrewards.com.